Gotcha! Did the title fool you? Yeah? Did you really think that I was gonna come on here and waste my energy trying to help you win back your ex? No.
But I want it now!
But since I have you here, you might as well stay and watch for the next 10 minutes or so while I try to knock some sense into you, because obviously that's what you're lacking! If you've been watching my content for a while and you came on here fully expecting me to help you win your ex back, why are we here right now? What are we even doing? What is this? Are we just here to suffer? What's going on?
Grandma not mad. Grandma just hurt. I'm hurt. I am hurt.
But on a serious note, I am not coming on here to blame or shame you for missing your ex, because that's human, that's a normal experience. It's okay to miss people. And when I say ex, I'm not talking about just like an ex-partner. This could be any sort of ex. It could be an ex-friend, an ex-relative, whatever. Any sort of ex. If you've experienced a necessary loss and you're hurting and you want this person back in your life and you miss them, but again, the breakup was necessary, then I hope that this video is just able to soothe you by at least like even 1%. And I hope that it can change your perspective on things. That's my goal with the video. My goal of the video is not to help you get your ex back. My goal of the video is to help you feel a little bit better about missing them and also not like craving them to come back. I make my videos for the girls, the gays, the guys, the theys, but most importantly, the anxiously attached, because I have worked really hard to overcome my anxiety and become more secure, and it's tough. It's especially hard when you're going through a breakup, but I watched this video the other day that was really insightful, and I was like, ooh, I want to share this on my channel because I believe that this is a safe space and we're a community and we help each other. So allow me to share the insight that I've gained. The video said that when you have anxious attachment, your core belief stems from not feeling worthy of being loved. So you chase, you beg, you convince, you know the drill, you do all that shit, and you do these things because you believe receiving love should feel like a challenge. So when you're going through a breakup, these feelings are like amplified to say 1,000, and you probably feel devastated. You probably feel like, oh, I would do anything to just get them back and have them back, whatever. Me personally, it was bad, okay? My doctor tried to put me on antidepressants. That's how bad it was for me. Emphasis on tried, because I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna just like thug this shit out. I think I'm gonna go with a more holistic approach. I think I'm gonna read books and get a coach and journal and meditate and learn about myself and reflect. And she was like, how about you try this little pill? And I said, no. But everybody's approach is different. The point is, I get how hard it is to miss someone and be devastated that they're gone. But what if I told you that you don't want them back because of who they are? You want them back because you want them to want you. It was the video that said that, by the way. I totally just plagiarized, okay? That did not come from my mouth. I heard that in the video and I was like, wow, that is so true. Like, wow, she just clocked somebody's teeth so bad. Wow. Breakups suck, obviously, but sometimes they're necessary because the relationship just wasn't good for us. And sometimes we want to be wanted by a person so badly because we have wounds that are left untreated, usually from our childhood. In the case of a breakup with a sprinkle of anxious attachment, this is normally an abandonment wound because you're fixated on being chosen. But what's ironic is that when you get so caught up in not being abandoned by this person, you end up abandoning yourself because you're sacrificing your needs just to keep someone around that might not even be good for you. And you know what I call that? I call that a little bit of a self-sabotage. I call that self-sabotage. Because while you're fighting tooth and nail to chase this person and want them and fight for them to choose you, they might not even do the same for you, and I think that's sad. I think what makes it more sad is that a lot of us think abandoning ourselves is seen as this like noble and loving thing that's all about sacrifice, when really it's the opposite. Like, a lot of anxious angels will be like, but look at how much I was willing to do for the relationship to work. Look at how much I was willing to do for them just to make the relationship work. But I see it as look at how much of yourself you were willing to sacrifice and lose in order to keep someone in your life. Ruh-roh, Raggy, now you have to reflect. Now you have to actually look at your part in the dynamic that you helped enable. Now you have to actually take accountability for your part in the relationship. Oh, you don't like that, huh? Ruh-roh, ruh-roh, here comes the mirror.
Y'all know what's going on, and so do I.
A lot of the time we abandon ourselves to avoid being abandoned by somebody else because we feel like we need them to be okay, and that's like a lose-lose situation. That's not fair to us or them, but when you want someone without feeling like you need them, that creates a healthier dynamic. That means that like you don't feel like you need them to complete or validate your worth. You don't have to lose yourself in order to be with them, or in order to be chosen by them, or in order to keep them around. And once you start choosing people just for the sake of wanting them, with no strings attached, you'll attract the ones who genuinely want you for who you are. If all you do is choose people who make you feel unworthy and who fuel your insecurities instead of adding value to your life, then your brain is going to get all delusional. You're going to convince yourself that that's what you deserve. And then that means that you're coming on here on YouTube or on Google looking at videos titled,
How to win back my ex, how to get my ex back in 3 days, how to manifest my SP, what can I do to change the relationship dynamic, what can I text to make them miss me.
Your priorities are all out of whack. And sometimes Delulu is not the Salulu. And then you start romanticizing your ex. You start putting them on a pedestal. You start magnifying the good and minimizing the bad when, let's be honest, it was probably the latter that made up the majority of the relationship, which is why it's now over, okay? No one is actually that perfect. No one is really that perfect. I don't give a damn how great the relationship might have been, okay? The reality is that it's over. And that's going to be a tough pill to swallow, and it's going to hurt for a while, and you're going to miss them for a while, and that's okay. But don't sit here and try to convince me or yourself that you're never going to find any better. That's not okay. Be nice to yourself, okay? Don't let the pain keep you stuck in a place or stuck in a cycle of longing for something or someone that just isn't meant for you anymore. I'm sorry if I'm coming off aggressive right now and it seems like I'm being mean, but I'm just saying all this because I care about y'all, and I want to remind you of your worth, and I want to remind you that you don't need to fall for clickbait content like winning back your ex. When you're going through a breakup, it's easy to feel like you're mourning all the great qualities they had, but I think the thing that we're missing here is that those qualities, they already exist within you. Like, you might be crying and being like, well, they were so funny, and they were so loving and so kind, and they were always so fun to be around. But, Pookie, you are also funny, and you were loving them. You were making them laugh. You were also bringing that joyful, fun energy to the time you guys spent together. It was all within you. It wasn't all on them. Those qualities are within you. It's like I was saying, people are like mirrors, and sometimes they're showing us the parts of ourselves that we haven't fully embraced yet, or the parts of ourselves that we weren't even aware that we had. You know what I mean? And now this is just giving you the perfect opportunity to discover those parts of yourself and fully embrace them and give those things to yourself. It's like I always say. Pretend I have glasses on. It's like I always say. Breakups are catalysts for growth. And you can do it. And I believe in you. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, prove it by giving it a thumbs up. And leave a heart emoji if you made it this far. Because I'm curious. And I want to know. Bye! My intro felt like the outro of Denial is a River. You don't want to revert back to your old ways. Sorry. That's how I felt just now.